Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you so much, as always, for your tweets. Craig and Stevie here in the studio. Ian with us as well. Isn't it supposed to be good cop, bad cop? Why do you have double grumpy cop with Craig and Stevie constantly competing for top honours? Thank goodness for your sunny disposition, Dan. It's nice.
Well, you're the one that winds us up.
Well, I don't wind you up. I just...
Well, you do. Just all your nonsense, your punter nonsense.
All right, don't start with your grumpy ways. We have only just ticked off extra time.
In the strange ways you look at me sometimes.
Because I try not to laugh at you.
Yeah, exactly. So don't be blaming us, it's all down to you.
Craig, I would like to have seen you chasing your dog this morning, trying to get him.
I was after about 10 minutes of him going in my neighbour's bushes, and I was going round the house, and every time I would get close to him, he'd sprint off again, and just kept doing it, and I just couldn't catch him.
I wish someone was filming that. It would have been awesome.
I had a tea time at the golf,
right?
So it was getting closer and closer, and then he had one of the next door neighbour's dog's toys in his mouth as well,
right?
And he was just looking at me, and then I was like, Bentley, stay! It was 7:30 in the morning, so the neighbours, I think, were not up out the bed, and I'm shouting out the house. But I finally got him. Oh,
that's all right. 20 minutes this was going on for?
A good 15.
Brilliant, Craig.
But I actually got him, I was in the bushes. He was in the bushes, he wouldn't come out, so I went in the bushes.
Didn't need the vets, did he?
And then he was doing something, and I grabbed his back leg, and then that was it. Put him in his crate.
Stevie, Liverpool have had quite the muted summer transfer so far. What position would you like to see them reinforce to strengthen their Premier League bid, and what player would fit in?
Harry Kane, centre forward.
All right.
That would be nice.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe someone in the middle of the park.
Don says he's going to Manchester City.
Well, that'd be perfect. Imagine Liverpool got Harry Kane.
Breaking news, Don. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Ian, is it time for Liverpool to let Jordan Henderson go, or is he too valuable to be sent away? It's, of course, starting contract negotiations at the moment, we're hearing.
Yeah, the contract negotiations have stalled, so that is a bit of a surprise. Of course, he's the wrong side of 30 now. Yeah, it's a brutal old business, but he is a fantastic presence around the camp. He is very much the talisman and torchbearer. They won't want him to go, no.
How do you handle this, Stevie?
Well, if there's one thing we know, the Fenway Group, from the minute they came in, all the finances and everything, all that side of it, they've been absolutely incredible. You know, at one stage we were worried about what was going to happen to the club with the other American group.
Right.
So they have stabilised Liverpool, they've built the team up, they've given Klopp money when he's needed it. And it's all been done in a business-like manner, and it's not about sentiment. And so, unfortunately, we players, particularly when you hit the 30, particularly when you've been at a club like Liverpool for 10 years or whatever, you kind of think you don't deserve it, but, you know, sentiment should come into it. Right. Well, the Fenway Group, sentiment, as far as the contracts come into it, doesn't exist.
So you say Henderson, let him go. Get rid of him now.
And listen, I think, as always, there has to be a little bit of leeway on either side. Mm-hmm. But the truth is, the Fenway Group have been fantastic the way they've gone about the contracts and the footing they've got Liverpool on. So I have a little bit of leeway, but if he's looking for something ridiculous, then it's not going to happen.
I don't see a scenario where he leaves.
He's still got 2 years left.
Well, because you know, he's got such a good rapport with everybody there. He's built up himself, because when he went in there, it was like, oh, you know, yeah, be good enough for Liverpool. But he stepped up big time, and you know, he's had a couple of tips with his manager, but not many. So I don't really see for him where he goes anywhere at this stage of his career better than where he is. So then it would just come down to a few extra thousand here or there.
Yeah.
And I would imagine,
you'd think so,
at this time of a career like his, that it's not really about just the money.
Ian, given that you commentated on many matches throughout the Euros, which young player impressed you the most?
I think no question at all, and this isn't an original pick, Pedri from Spain. I thought there was so much to admire, really, about him, his maturity, his composure on the ball. I mean, you saw it at Barcelona before the Euros, and this is some player. I mean, you wouldn't compare him yet, it's too early, to somebody like a Xavi or Iniesta, but he looks like he might end up in that kind of category.
Ian, which prediction will happen first? Craig's guarantee that Solskjaer will be fired, or Don's done deal that Kane will sign with Manchester City?
Well, I think that, I think Don's
Solskjaer will be fired.
I think Don's really is more likely to happen. Although Tottenham still say, and Nuno, the new manager, is saying he's going nowhere, he's staying. But of course, it's all a negotiating ploy. I think the real business with that is going to happen when August comes around and we're getting tighter to the deadline. I mean, Kane's made it pretty clear. I mean, there have been some naive people on social media saying, who says this? It's all made up by journalists. Kane's camp leaked it, and it was never denied. He does want to move. I don't think that will have changed.
What a question this is. Stevie and Ian, what Premier League player today is most like Craig on the field? Ian?
One with no teeth.
Yeah, who's got no teeth?
I was interested when Craig was talking about his dog earlier. He never talked about the bears he has in his garden.
Yeah,
yeah, but I don't chase bears around the garden. I'm not that stupid. I don't chase the bears. I walk inside and put the kettle on.
Well, it wouldn't be a Brazilian.
No.
Well, because if you look at all the Brazilians in the Premier League, they've all got fantastic, shiny, white, big teeth.
They all go to the same dentist as well.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
So
seems like there's only one Brazilian in Liverpool.
Yeah, one dentist gives white. Who do you think, Ian?
Well, I think,
somebody can go box to box.
I hesitate to save his blushes. I'm not going to... But a really good box-to-box midfield player who might have the odd good goal in him as well. So
even the odd good goal.
You can work through the list. Not in the early days at Derby, apparently, though. He can tell you that story.
Oh, I got a few then for Jimmy. I got a few for Jim, actually.
For Stevie, looking at Phil Neville's terrible Inter Miami side, losing their 6th game in a row, scoring only once. Wow. Wow. What would you do to lift a team this bad early in the season? Cancun?
So you try the golf trip, try the game of golf, take the boys down the pub.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, listen, when you're losing that many games, it's not because the players don't get on, or there's not enough water, or basically you've got bad players.
Right. Or you're a bad coach.
Listen, if you're a bad coach and you've got good players, you'll still win games.
Right.
So listen, it doesn't look good on Neville at all, but the truth is the players can't be particularly great.
Final question. Does Ian wear shorts in restaurants? Dan, you wouldn't be allowed into 90% of pubs and restaurants here in Ireland wearing shorts.
Oh yeah, this time of year, I think it's people wear shorts when it's hot enough in England because you know what the climate's like here. Dan and Craig and Stevie do too. So if we get the chance to have a bit of summer, we're going to take advantage for sure.
Thank you, Ian. Good.
I'm not allowed out. Are they allowed out?
You don't want him in shorts. Hey,
I don't know.
You don't want him. Have you seen his legs?
Not in great detail.
Oh my God. You don't want.
What's wrong with him?
You don't want his. Oh, he's got all kinds of veins sticking out. And...
Yeah, we've all seen your feet, Stevie, to be fair, so maybe you shouldn't be talking...
Well, I don't walk around in bare feet, do I?
You take pictures and put them on Twitter.
Well, that's why, but... No, you don't want to see him in shorts.
No.
No, really?
Oh, my...
Wow.
They put you off your dinner.
Would you wear shorts?
And what? I do wear shorts occasionally,
To a pub, to a restaurant?
Yeah. Well, not a restaurant.
Taking that question very seriously, really.
If I was going for a pint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if I was going for a meal.
Okay. All right, that is it. That brings us to the end.
They're not open in Ireland yet anyway, so you don't have to worry about it.
Well, that's it. That brings us to the end of today's
Slightly behind
show. Thank you very much. ESPN FC back on your screen. So no Stevie, though. He's going on holiday. Have a lovely time, Stevie.
Oh, can't wait.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.